Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the 2017 Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational. We'll be calling it the LASNAI all weekend. We are here to bring you the first game of the weekend, the Syracuse Stingers on your right in the yellow and black, and the Casey Powell World Lacrosse Foundation in the, shall we say, bright green and blue on your left. I am Steven Stamp, joined by Tom Scavetta. We're going to be here all weekend. We're going to take some breaks now and then because there's like 12 hours of lacrosse a day at this tournament. It is going to be fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Settle in and watch some lacrosse. We're about to get underway. The opening faceoff is won by Syracuse, and Oakley Thomas with the first goal of the tournament just roars down off the faceoff win and buries a bouncer. And we're like 10 seconds into this game, and it's 1-0 Syracuse.
Stamper, a quick attack there, and Thomas just finds the back of the net with ease.
And he's going straight back to the faceoff dot. No rest for Oakley Thomas. Candidate for the recent National Lacrosse League draft. Was not drafted, but he's now a free agent. Thomas can't win this one, though. It is scooped up by Martin Bose. Cutting down around the outside. Bose tries to flick the pass back, but can't quite connect with Evan Cree. And here go the Stingers. Oakley Thomas breaking in again. Top corner. 2-0, and we're not even a minute into the game.
Stamper, I don't know if you can write a better scripted start for Oakley Thomas and these Stingers. Hometown cooking today.
I mean, especially for a defender and face-off guy to come out, obviously transition, not just defense, to come out and kick off the tournament with 2 goals in 55 seconds. There are 2 15-minute halves in each of these games. Running time goes pretty quick. And trying to see who, there's Dewey Porter down at the end of the bench, just getting an eye for who all's there. Ed Shenandoah is coaching the Syracuse Stingers, hung out with him a lot in Finland when he was coaching Team Sweden at the European Championships in the summer. Casey Powell team will take control. Casey Powell not here today. He is a busy man, but he is on the team and expected to be here tomorrow. Outside movement for the CP team. There's Tim O'Connor. Passes up top. That shot from the outside by Greg Millah. Gets through his turn aside. Actually just trying to locate the 30-second clocks. Did you see them, Tom?
Yeah, no. Missed out on that one.
We'll keep looking. There's a lot to put into getting this tournament ready. Kudos to Connor Wilson from LaxAllStars and Scott Neese, who put so much into making this happen. We'll slip to the outside for Grant Whiteway. And the hard overhand stopped by Mike Thompson. Mikey Thompson, as we talked about, the MVP of the Manning Cup 5 years ago. Seems like a while. Oh, what a catch. That was the last time before this year the Peterborough Lakers had won the Mann Cup, and of course they went and won it this year in New Westminster. But he stepped in Game 3 of that series. There's a quick pass to the front, and the goal. Some nice movement, a little tic-tac-toe action, and it's tucked home. Looks like Tyler Hill put that one in.
And a really nice pass there by the Stingers. There was Ryan Cook with the assist. A good find there.
May have actually been Mike Lazor finishing that off. I think it was 10, not 14. Of course, we're going to take a while to get used to everybody. Right. There are 21 teams. Looking at about 400 lacrosse players here this weekend. And no, Tom and I have not yet memorized all the players. We're working on it. We did get some of the rosters this morning.
We got some of the numbers just moments ago.
I was being told by our director to John to hurry up, get up on the platform. As I had tons of time. I had probably another 6-7 seconds I could have taken if I wanted to. We are underway. It is 3-0 now for the Syracuse Stingers, who should be a formidable team. The big thing for them, I think, is their goaltending. They've got Mikey Thompson. They've got Chase Martin, who was just signed by the Rochester Nighthawks. And they have Warren Hill, who plays for the Georgia Swarm. I mean, that is world-class goaltending. Casey Powell trying to get a chance there, but that shot doesn't get through. A little slide down the alley by Alex Scifiano. Scrifiano, sorry. And a little chippiness.
Looks like Cal Smith just pushed one of the Casey Powell players.
I think it was Wayne Hill, actually, that did the push in there. We've had a couple of changes. The Stingers had to switch uniforms just before the game because they realized that some of the sizing and the numbers that they had didn't quite fit them. Some of the guys a little bigger than the jerseys that were allocated to them, and some of the guys were swimming in them, so they switched around a bit. So you can, of course, watch all these games, not live, but they will be up pretty quickly. There's a shot from the outside, the bouncer. This is lively turf, and you can see that shot take off from the stick of Whiteway. The long outlet pass, though, is turned over a little wild, and here comes the foundation. Don't know what to call them. CP, the foundation. How about CP?
We
It is
can
the
go
Casey
with that.
Powell World Lacrosse Foundation. We might go CP. Of course, that could get confusing when Casey's actually playing. So we'll say Casey or Powell when he has the ball, and we'll call him CP. Executive decision. Good voting. We did take a vote. I didn't just say it. Well, okay, I kind of did say that's what we're doing. But your eyes were saying you agreed. Hey, there's the 30's up now. It's just not working. We'll get them rolling, though. Things will get going. There's a minute left in the Syracuse penalty, which went to Cal Smith. So maybe it was Cal Smith doing the pushing. I saw the second push by Wayne Hill. It must have been Cal Smith that got things rolling. Long outlet pass, looking for a short-handed goal. Great hustle back, though, by Greg Millar to take away a scoring chance.
Stamper usually always see the guy that retaliates there on that one, and penalty. See if they can kill it.
Yeah, he got a little frustrated, knocked the stick out of a CP player's hand. I'm liking that already. Scooped up there, running the floor is Mike Lazor. Nice swim move. He's got three with him. He's going to elect to wait and run the ball himself. Now he hits the cutter. Great diving attempt, but can't quite finish. That was Ryan Cook. He is a dynamic little athlete. Love watching him play. That ball's loose. It just pops away from Tim O'Connor. And here's a wide open break the other way. Just putting it inside the post. Wide open, Danny Weiss. And great to see Danny back on the floor. I think he's been away from the game for a bit, but he is looking fit and strong and ready to play. And, man, what a talented young player.
Weiss, again, just has an open lane and puts it behind the goalie. And you see that a couple times now. First Oakley and now Weiss getting wide open look there.
Derek Blazuti's not getting a lot of help so far. But, you know, I mean, that's – oh, here's a chance again. There's a rip from the outside by Neil Powell. Powell put this team together. He is still a tremendous player. Here's a breakaway. Will they get on the board? Oh, post for Martin Bowes. And Bowes, a talented lefty, actually played last year in this tournament with Vermont and had a great game as they actually pushed the Thompson brothers to overtime in the round robin play and in pool play. He was in camp with the New England Black Wolves last year. That pass doesn't connect. It's a little behind Neil Powell, who put this club together. And you can see him inviting everyone, welcoming everyone in. And, you know, as much as they were getting used to being with each other, looks like we have a penalty coming. A lot of these Syracuse guys do know each other, have played together, whereas the CP Foundation guys, most of them, as the slashing call comes, most of them literally just met this morning.
Literally less of a core group of guys, especially without Casey Powell here today for day one of this tournament.
Yeah, Casey would make a big difference. That 0 on the board for them wouldn't stay up too long if Casey had a chance to do some shooting. Arguably, or maybe not even arguably, the best American lacrosse player in the history of the game when you look at both the box and field versions of the sport. Roger Weiss was playing the ball, passed it off to Palace, whose shot is stopped by Blazzuti. Snagged with one hand, and spinning off the check is Tim O'Connor. I'll tell you, these games aren't long, but they are going to be fast-paced, and the length of this Stingers bench could give them an edge as they've got easily half again as many players as the CP Foundation. Little back pass gets through. That shot to the far side well wide by Jordan Demcher. So he took the pass from Matt Riccozzi. Looks like a fair number of former Vermont Voyageurs players on this CP team. So they've got some talent. They've got some guys who can play. They just so far have not gotten off to a particularly quick start, but they are. You can feel the momentum balancing out. You can feel CP kind of getting back into the flow of the game.
It's tough so far. You see Thompson, the Stingers goalie, deflecting a lot of shots, at least 4 or 5 saves already, using his body really well. He's
such a smart goaltender. It was fascinating in that 2012 Mann Cup when Peterborough went down 2-0 with Tyler Carlson, who had a great season, great finals in the major series across for them. That shot goes wide. And Carlson didn't have the best couple of games, the first two, and then was really struggling in game 3. Mike Thompson went in, stopped a breakaway within a minute of entering the game, and was lights out from then on out and became the MVP of the series as Peterborough won 4 straight games. The exact same sequence as they did this year, actually. We're losing the first 2 to New West and then taking 4 in a row. There's a cut to the net, and the shot is stopped by Blazzuti. Oh, that outlet pass is too far. It's going to be a chase for it. And I think Oakley Thomas will get there first. His scoring pace has slowed dramatically since the first minute when he had 2 goals in 55 seconds.
Hard to top that.
Yeah. Drive to the net and going near side is Neil Powell. Just spins off his check. Gets Blazzuti just far enough off his post and tucks that one in.
He just beat his defender there, Stanford. And you talked to him right before the game. Really dynamic player for the Stingers team. One of my players to watch, actually, for this game here today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's such a good player. He was actually over in Finland as well this summer. He was coaching Team Netherlands. And it was interesting. You know, I mean, Neil's obviously a lifelong player. He's lived the game from the time he was practically an infant. So great to see him still so involved. Roger Weiss will actually trying to work a little hidden ball trick, I think, with Jeremy Smith, and didn't work out so well, but they maintain possession. Moving pick called against the Stingers, and it'll be CP possession. And, you look at, again, those 2 goals in the first 55 seconds and then a couple of breakaways. Other than that, the game is really leveling out a bit. CP starting to find a bit of a flow here. And they've got to beat Mike Thompson, though, at some point. The games go quickly. When it's 30 minutes of running time total, you can get in a big hole in a hurry. There's another save, the rebound, and a great position on the rebound. Nice attempt by Marty Bose to go cross-hander there. And here's Oakley Thomas. He heard us. He's back, and he scores. Looks like the official was trying to decide whether he was in the crease or not. And it is a hat trick for Oakley Thomas. I'm going to have to ask him how many hat tricks he has in his career.
Not even through the first 15 minutes of this game, and that goal really led
that's running time.
That great save there by Thompson. And then he stopped the rebound shot as well, and leading up to a...
I thought the second save was better because the first one he saw pretty cleanly. The second one, the guy was naked on top and didn't have a whole lot of time to adjust to that one. Martin Bose, as I said, he can finish. He is a good shooter. So 6-0. Just as we're saying, it was pretty close. Then Neil Powell goes for one, and then Thomas goes for one, and the Stingers starting to run away. A little loose hand warding, but Mike Lazor getting away with it. The pass can't connect, though. Shot clocks are running. Things are working here. It only took about 13 minutes. That's not bad because there are always so many details that you have to address. Shot clock should have been reset, so they're going to keep playing. They've got about 23 left. Palace will go behind the back, though. Sorry, that was actually Dewey Porter going behind the back. He didn't know how long was left on the shot clock, so he just let one rip. Not a bad selection. There's another save and another rebound attempt. That one didn't get through. Going BTB was Jordan Dempster, but that hit the defender on the way. And here's Syracuse pushing the pace. Goals for and against can come into play when you're looking at, oh, what a nice play, Neil Palace. Just a little dangle to get through the defenders and then a bit of a twister inside the far post. And the one thing, Neil Palace enjoys this game. You can see how much he loves scoring goals on a lacrosse floor.
And he also loves faking out defenders as well. Beautiful move there towards the net.
Now, was that 6 or is it 7? Because they put up the 6, and I'm thinking now that Neil's first goal was number 5 for them. You've got 6 on your sheet, right?
Neil, yep.
Yeah, so Neil Powell with 2, Oakley Thomas with 3.
And then Weiss with 1.
And then
they
1
have 7.
that was Danny Weiss that had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've got 7 on the board. We're going to check with our scorekeepers at halftime. Just double check.
Great defense again by the Stingers.
Yeah. They're making it very difficult for CP to get shots. 3 seconds to go. That one goes up and over. Now, we will try to do a better job in the second half and on going forward about letting you know how long is left in each period. Just remember, there's not going to be a score bug, so we'll let you know. Tom, in particular, will be in charge of saying the time and the score as we go. But right now, it is showing 7-0 at the half. We're going to take about a 2-minute break, and we'll be back. 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more from the LASNAI here in Onondaga Nation. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. We are ready to go with the second half. It's 7-0 Syracuse Stingers over the Casey Powell World Lacrosse Foundation in Syracuse, putting the pressure on right away as we get started here in the second half. 15 minutes running time. Nice little dip and dunk, but the save by Blazzuti, who stays in net for CP. At the other end, we do have a change we'll get to in a second as the Powell team gets it. They're taking off. They're going to try and challenge Chase Martin. Now between the pipes. There's a shot and a goal. That is exactly what you're hoping for as Martin bows. If you're CP, that's what you want, is to get that goal right away and get things rolling. And Mikey Thompson has a big smile. He's saying, you should have left me in.
Yeah, and that's a great start for CP for this second half. Getting a goal, exactly what you needed out of the gate. 7-1 is your score.
Nice speed by Martin Bowes. He's a pretty big fella, but he moves nicely on the floor, and, of course, great hands. Nice finish there. And we have a face-off violation. It will be Stingers' possession. So Mike Lazor will just step away with the ball. Here at the LASNAI, we are playing NLL rules for the most part. No officials' challenges or coaches' challenges. as we do not have the facilities here at the gorgeous Onondaga Territory Fieldhouse. Oh, outside shot, an absolute rocket off the crossbar. What a rip there by Ty Hill. Actually almost found the back of Blazzuti and bounced back into the net, but just came slightly wide off of him. Lob pass across to Neil Powell. There's another shot by Hill. This one goes in. Blazzuti doesn't like that one. He thought he had it. He got a bit of it, and it just trickled through. Well, it didn't trickle through. It actually rocketed through pretty good. And it's 8-1. What a response by the Stingers.
Nice release there by Ty Hill on that shot. Just got right past Blazzuti again, having a really rough outing so far. 8-1 is your score. Yeah. Stingers on top. You know,
you can put a certain amount of this 8-1 score on Blazzuti, but it is so hard when you're not used to the defenders you're playing with. You don't have a system per se. You're just kind of playing it's almost schoolyard lacrosse because you don't have a system in place. And goalies like to know where the shot's going to be coming from. And you just don't know when different guys are kind of playing different defensive styles. Here's a drive to the net. Ty Hill trying to go back to back. That one's going to get up, and Hill's saying that ball's in the net. And they're going to determine that Neil Powell was on the crease before it went in. Here comes CP back the other way. Alex Scrifiano carrying the ball. He's going to leave it there, but he will stay up and play offense. Oh, nice little move, but just losing his balance before the shot was Grant Whiteway. And boy, had Whiteway kept his footing there, he could have really let one rip. There's a Martin Bose shot that skips. I believe it did go off of Chase Martin. Yeah, so it will be CP possession. So one of the rules, of course, over and back, you are not allowed, once you're over center, which is the yellow line there, he's just crossing, to go back into your own end of the floor with the ball. Those red lines that you see are actually volleyball lines. They do a lot of things here in the field house. So they have the volleyball courts set up so you can ignore the red lines for our purposes this weekend. That shot goes a little bit wide off the stick of Alex Scrifiano.
CP trying to move that ball around, get a decent look.
That's what you got to do, right? You got to get that hot, keep the ball hot, get the movement with your. It's all you always talk about. Keep the ball moving, keep your feet moving. Blazzuti goes out to try and play that ball, but it is scooped up. Did what he really needed to, which was stop Wayne Hill from being able to set somebody up for an immediate shot. Actually, I believe that was Mike Whalen picking up that Lucy. There we have Wayne Hill in the pass and the shot and the goal. Syracuse really pulling away here, going up 9-1.
There's Roger Weiss on the goal, putting the Stingers up 9-1 over CP with 10:40 to go.
Rocket Roger Weiss, one of the great shooters the game of box lacrosse has seen. Man, he can rip it, as his name attests. But that was more of a precision shot than a bullet.
I like that name you made for him there.
I cannot take credit for that one. That is a long time Roger Weiss nickname,
Rocket
back when he was
Roger.
playing in the National Lacrosse League. And man, he can rip it. Interesting, though, when he started playing in the Canadian Lacrosse League in CLAX, he really revamped his game, became more of a feeder, a creator, and it was pretty impressive to see him go from more of a catch-and-shoot guy to really playing the game in a completely different manner. And, veteran presence, such a smart lacrosse player. We have a penalty coming to Syracuse, so it will be a power play for CP. An interference call. Roger Weiss doesn't like that one. He'll have a good smile. He's like, I don't know. They said, what'd you do? He said, I was standing there setting a pick. He was just demonstrating down below us in the penalty box, showing Mikey Thompson exactly what he did. I don't know, but we're up 9-1, so I'm okay. A 1-minute penalty with the running time. The penalties are shorter. Bose can't handle that pass. Goes and picks up the loose ball. He's on his offside now. Pass gets through. It looked like it was going to get deflected, but it's scooped up by Greg Millah. Now it's loose once again. Oakley Thomas, man, he's having himself a game. We will have some interviews. This is saved by Chase Martin. We're going to have some interviews down on floor level. I might grab Oakley Thomas after the game and, again, see how many hat tricks he's ever had. That shot by Lazor doesn't connect, and it's going to go over and back, but play will continue as it is scooped up there by Chad Thompson. He's going to slow things down. He would have loved to have gone for a breakaway, but Oakley Thomas had just stayed back wisely. Outside rip gets knocked down as Matt Riccozzi was trying to squeeze one through. It'll head off the Syracuse stick and out of play, though. Not going to be a whole lot of time between games. You can find the full schedule on LaxAllStars.com.
CP desperately trying to find an opening here.
That pass is picked off by Roger Weiss, who had gone back to play defense when he came out of the penalty box. Makes the pass ahead. Nice save by Blazzuti. It's caught up in his gear. He's going to have to free the glove hand to go and get it.
Save is a save.
They had to really work to get that ball out of there. Took a bit of effort by Jordan Dempster, and here comes CP up the other way. Tim O'Connor going to switch hands on his offside. Ball is loose, grabbed up by CP. Millah will hand it off to O'Connor. There's a little pick. The roll is there. Oh, and a huge hit. Beautiful opening, but I believe that was Mike Whalen absolutely flattening Riccozzi just as he released. Actually, I think the shot was Greg Millah. Oh, and there's a big collision won by Danny Weiss. Boy, I mentioned it before. So nice to see Danny Weiss back. The fun thing about a tournament like this, you get to see some guys play you haven't seen for a while. Luke Wiles is playing, former National Lacrosse League All-Star and Team Canada member. His younger brother Caleb on the same team with him. That'll be pretty cool to see. Can't remember at this time which team they're on. Might be a Laser Sharks team. There are two. There's Neon and Blanco. Syracuse, great strip on the defensive zone, but the ball's knocked down. Now, they're going to say the 30 expired. I thought that Mike Whalen pretty clearly had possession of that ball, and it should have been a reset, in which case CP was in position to battle for a Lucy there, but possession is handed over. Go ahead.
Whalen with a good technique there defensively as that shot just misfired.
CP gets the loose ball. Pass is knocked awry. We have a ladybug in the booth.
Yeah, it's been crawling up your shirt for the last 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. Looks like she's got something going on with her wings. Ball is grabbed there in the crease by Evan Cree. Nice pass ahead. Here's a break. Oh, Marty Bowes goes underhand. Didn't get that where he wanted. It was right in the belly pad of Chase Martin, who after giving up a goal in the first shot he faced has been rock solid.
Still 9-1.
Might even say Mike Thompson-esque.
Stingers still lead this game 9-1. 5:40 to go.
That's right. I forgot we're supposed to see him. Glad I suggested that you do the time and score updates because you started doing it. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, right. You're supposed to do that. Oh, right on top, Blazzuti makes himself big. Sees the shot's got to go high. Makes a nice save, but the Stingers get the ball back. Neil Palace will reset with the fresh 30. And Oakley Thomas is up playing offense now. Ty Hill over the top. Save Blazzuti, but the rebound bounces away from him. They're going to say it was crease possession, and they'll blow it down. And CP will start with Dan Khalil trucking up the floor. Looking like he's ready to hand the ball off, and he does so. Now he'll head to the bench. I thought he wanted to get to the bench. Looks like he's a decided D guy, but a nice bouncer there by Greg Millah. He has been on the doorstep all day, and now he gets in.
Great job there by Millah. And if you're the goalkeeper, Chase Martin now, he's given up 2 goals, but good playing time here with Syracuse being up by a high margin as the score is now 9-2. Around 4.5 minutes to go, folks.
Yeah, Chase finding his way. Chase Martin is, he almost stole a Creators Cup championship a few years ago for the Oswego Demons. Wound up losing in overtime to the Barrie Blizzard on a memorable Jason Crawford goal. But he's a tremendous young goalie. I was just finding his way a little bit here. CP hasn't had a lot of great scoring chances, but they have done a pretty good job taking advantage on the 2 that they managed to finish. Nice effort and then giving it off. There's Riccozzi with the outside shot. It's picked off. Wide open chance for Mike Lazor. Rips one far side. Lazor not going for the fake. Just winds up and fires it. And you can see how much he enjoyed that one.
And Lazor had an assist earlier. That's now his first goal of the game. putting Syracuse up 10-2, 3:40 to go. Just another breakaway there. You see the defense just not there, and not much Blasutti can do.
Yeah, but you can't really put that on the defense. I mean, that's the offense not getting off the floor. I mean, that one, it's picked off on the shot. There's not much you can do when that happens. Chad Thompson slows things down, then eventually hands it off. Ball now in the stick of Grant Whiteway. Pass across is picked off. That's Oakley Thomas. I'm going player of the game, Oakley Thomas, at this point. He has been tremendous. Nice pass across. Oh, what a save. Blasutti robs Roger Weiss. You can't believe it. Unselfish play by Ryan Cook to pass it across. And he is going to give Roger Weiss a hard time for not getting him the apple on that one. CP sets up in the offensive zone. They've got 2:40 to play here. Try and get back some of those goals. It's really more about just getting in and playing and getting ready for the next game. And, I mean, the winning and losing isn't the key factor here, but whenever you want to get in a game, all these guys are competitive. Everybody wants to try and win whenever they can. That ball is snagged there by Evan Cree. Spins off a check, has the roll, but can't get the pass through. He's trying to feed Bose. I was wondering if John Siliberto might run Derek Blasutti as the goalie came out to play the ball. Probably not going to see that. 2 minutes left in a 10-2 game. Shot from the outside by Evan Cree. A little bit wide. Sorry, that's Greg Millar took that one. Lazor looking for another assist. Oh, Neil Powell, he loves the near side and is expert at getting Blasutti to just lean ever so slightly to his right and then tuck it near side.
It's a third goal now for Neil Powell again. Not
Oakley
much
Thomas
Blasutti
is still
can
my
do.
guy, though.
Yeah.
Love Neil, but Oakley's the man.
11-2 Stingers over CP. 1:20 to go.
And in about 45 seconds, I'm going to head down to floor level, and I'm going to let Thomas Scavetta make his play-by-play debut for the final 40 seconds of this game. I know you can do it. You want to start now? No, I'll give you a chance to prepare. Syracuse with the ball. Comes out across the top. Near side, sidearm shot from Gawas Schindler. Great to see Gawas on the floor again. Oh, and there's a strange goal. Kind of took a funny bounce around. And the Stingers connect once again. I believe that was actually Scott Joyner putting that one in.
I believe you're right on that one, Stamp.
All right, I'm going to head down, get ready for to grab Oakley Thomas. This is Tom Scavetta for the final 30 seconds.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Stan. As now the Stingers lead CP by a score of 12-2. Final 30 seconds of game number 1 of the Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational. The shot there, deflected wide there by the goalkeeper Blasutti. That shot was by number 42, Gawas Schindel. Also GM of the Iroquois team. As Thomas fighting for the loose ball there. As it is picked up by number 4 on CP, Chris Rosenthal. Rosenthal, quick shot as time expires, and that will do it. The Syracuse Stingers win game 1 of the Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational Tournament by a score of 12-2 over the Casey Powell World Lacrosse Foundation. And before Steven Stamp talks with his player of the game, Oakley Thomas, we'd like to remind you all that at 12:10 p.m., the Brooklyn Dodgers will be taking on the St. Lawrence River Wolverines. Stamper and I will be here to call that one as well. And for the Stingers, folks, well, Oakley Thomas got off to a quick start, scoring 2 goals in the first 15 seconds of the game. He ended the game with 3 goals, had a hat trick along with his teammate, Neil Powell. And Powell, really an exciting player to watch, one of my players to watch for this game. Oakley Thomas, really didn't know much about him before heading into this game today. As you see, the two teams shaking hands now at mid-floor. Stamper trying to sort out Thomas, and he's got him. So I believe we're going to throw it down to the field now.
We're on the World Wide Web. All right, we are here on the floor. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Oakley Thomas, and hat trick. How many times have you scored hat tricks
Not too much in the past few years. Been playing a lot of defense, but I always like to get up there on offense and give her a go.
You played a little low at the end, but it was all transition for you on those 3 goals, and you guys really gelled quickly. A lot of you have played together, but some new guys you're getting used to, right?
Yeah, there's a few guys I haven't played with before, but we have a few guys that we've been playing with, whether it be every year or once in a while, and we all just kind of know each other's style, so we all just happen to match.
Nice. Any expectations for the rest of the tournament? I mean, obviously you're here to have fun, but you guys like to win.
Oh no, win's a big thing on our mind right now, and like the challenge. A lot of good teams, and just want to see what we can do. Show everyone what we're made of.
All right. And 2 goals in 55 seconds. You slowed down after that, though.
It's just like you get a good start and read the game a little bit. You don't want to kill yourself the first game, and got a long few days here. So,
how when you're playing defense here, and like you said, you haven't played together a lot, certainly lately. How does it feel getting the roster together on the defensive side?
It felt good. It's more just communication out there, though. As long as everyone's talking on the right page, makes it a lot easier. And everyone makes mistakes, so it's all about recovering from mistakes and just finding a way to. And we got 3 awesome goalies behind us, so it's not any of our worries. Our goaltending, so it's looking forward for a good tournament here.
All right, hat trick for Oakley Thomas. We'll be back with the next game, Brooklyn Dodgers, and I don't know. We'll have to check, but lots more lacrosse to come. Thanks a lot. Good luck in the tournament. We'll see you in a bit, folks.